Hey friends, I just want to take a moment to share with you a little bit more about this grand endeavor that God has called Chastity and I onto, this grand endeavor that we've really been involved with here for the last 6 months specifically, but have been preparing for really several years. Some of you have been wondering what's been going on with us, where have we been, what have we been doing. You may have even heard that we moved to Indiana and wondered what's going on. Well, I'm excited to share that we are involved in planting a new church, creating a new community of faith in Whitestown, Indiana. It's an endeavor that really I was preparing for all through seminary, something that I feel that God has placed on my heart and that Chastity has on her heart as well, and that we've signed on for and we're super excited about. Over the next following weeks, we're going to be releasing a series of videos and blogs to share more about the vision that God's given us, the mission that we have, the values that we have, the things that we have in the works going on. We're going to be sharing more and more about that via our new website and on social media as well. We really want to stay connected. But when I said Whitestown, Indiana, some of you might have wondered why plant a new church? Why start a new church in Whitestown? Or even where on earth is Whitestown, Indiana? Well, Whitestown is in the southeastern part of Boone County, and it's just northwest of Indianapolis. It's becoming a suburb of Indy. For many years, Whitestown was a lot like most rural Midwestern farm towns. There's a lot of land, but not necessarily a lot of people. But that really all changed about 18 years ago when developers began building houses on the property because it was so strategically located next to I-65, which connects the metropolitan centers of Lafayette, where Purdue University is, and Indianapolis. Since then, it's really just exploded. It slowed down a little bit during the recession, but since 2010, the population has more than doubled and is likely to more than double again in the next 10 years. Now, anytime we see that kind of growth in a place, it should be a big flag, waving to us. Hopefully it waves to us. I'm hoping that it's something that catches your attention as well, saying, look here, come here. Whenever we have that kind of growth, it's a great opportunity for new communities of faith to be planted, to be formed, because you have new people moving in, not just from the local area, but from around Indiana and around the country. And that's what we see in Whitestown. It's an area that's more diverse than most of the suburbs around Indy. It's got a lot of young professionals moving in, but it's also got a lot of people who aren't already part of a church. In fact, 53.7% of people living in the area are involved with no community of faith whatsoever. And that's regardless of any religion. They're not involved in any one whatsoever. Further, on any given Sunday, only about 25% of the population is in some form of worship. So the majority of the population is really unengaged and unaffiliated. Some of them have heard about Jesus, some of them have maybe even been involved in a church, but the majority of them aren't. It presents a great opportunity for new churches, new communities of faith to come in, to share the good news about Jesus Christ, to share the love that God has for them, that transforming, redeeming, empowering love that He has for them. Now, the other interesting part about Whitestown, because it's so new and was just a small town before but is now blowing up, is that there really aren't those social structures that were there before. When you come in, there aren't the clubs, the organizations, all of that. That's all forming. It's new. A culture is developing. People from the outside look at it and question, is it just going to stay an area where people live, or is it really going to become a community with those relationships? I think it's going to become a community. I think it is becoming a community really as we speak. And so that's a great opportunity for us to be part, to enter in, to build relationships, to meet people, to share the love that we have, but also to make culture, to help create a more positive, redemptive trajectory for Whitestown, what it will become. That is such a great opportunity. And it's an opportunity I hope you can be a part of too. First, I'd invite you not only to pray for Chastity, Evelyn, and I, and for others as they come on board with the church plant. But to pray for the people of Whitestown, to pray that God would be going before, that He would always be engaging and just preparing their hearts. You can also pray about how God could use you in this. Now, depending where you live, in your relationship, whatnot, that might look a lot of different ways. If you're afar, it might just be prayer. It might be giving some sort of financial support. But it also might be, if you're in the area, being involved in that, being part of the launch team, of coming in and helping build those values that are going to form this community of faith. If that's something you're interested in, please, by all means, get a hold of Chastity and we would love to meet with you, to talk with you more about what that would look like. As I said, I'm really excited about what we're going to be sharing here in the upcoming weeks and months. I hope you'll stay tuned and keep following along with us. And as I said before, please, by all means, be in prayer for us and this entire endeavor, because we know it can't be done without prayer. No revival ever happens without prayer and without God's Spirit active and moving. So thank you, and God bless. We're so thankful for your support and your relationship. Bye.